Hello everybody, what is happening? Welcome back to another video, second video of the day, as you guys probably know by now. I had to split it into two. If it was going to be a little bit long, it's going to be a little bit boring. I didn't want to make it too long, that's what she said. But anyways, without any further ado, well actually before I get into that, of course, if I have any newcomers, if I have anyone who's not subscribed to the channel, make sure to give that subscribe button a little bit of a click. And of course, click the bell if you want notifications. Just a matter of personal preference. You don't have to click the bell, but if you want the daily updates on Real Madrid, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So, anyways, without any further ado, let's get started into the first topic of the day. The first and the last topic. It's going to be about Marcos Llorente. I wanted to talk about him yesterday, but I wanted to let the subject develop a little bit more. But it seems like I was in no luck. It was stagnant for the past 24 hours, and just going to be talking about him a little bit. So. The 24-year-old midfielder, he's been on Simeone's sides for a bit now. He's been on the radar for a bit. I think ever since his loan on Alaves, he did get some interest around Europe. I think he was linked to a couple teams in Italy at that time also. But ever since then, it kind of went down. It kind of took a declivity. And now Zinedine Zidane, obviously, he's not in the plans anymore. So he might just be looking for for a way out. So Atletico Madrid are trying to get him since Rodri apparently from Atletico Madrid seems like he might go to Manchester City. Obviously with the aging of Fernandinho, they do need a replacement for him, and Rodri seems like he could be a very good signing for them. I've heard very, very good things about Rodri. I haven't seen him much, but I've heard very, very good things. I've heard that he's a very promising young talent coming up from the youth setup at Atletico Madrid. But Manchester City are going to steal him for 70 million euros, activating his release clause. So, poor Atletico Madrid. So Real Madrid midfielder Marcos Llorente, he might be on his way out for 40 million euros approximately. Llorente would sign a 5-year deal with Atletico. Both clubs have reached an agreement, possibly. Zinedine Zidane, he doesn't fancy Marcos Llorente. It doesn't seem to be in the plans. I will pick a couple quotes that I saw earlier this year from that. And then his agent, who is also his uncle, Julio Llorente, didn't rule out a move to Atletico Madrid. He had this to say on it, so, and I quote, "There are some clubs that are waiting for Marcos and we are listening to their offers, but for now we haven't decided anything. Something on Marcos' future will surely be decided in the next 10 to 15 days. So in 2 weeks we should have something about it." He also said there are many options available, and it is true that Atletico Madrid are one of the clubs interested, and one of the options Marcos may have for the future. So Marcos Llorente could be, going to Atletico Madrid, could be, as he said, one of the options Marcos may have for the future. He did not rule it out at all. It definitely is possible. And he also went on to say Atletico are a club that already have a history in our family, as his father and grandfather played there. So there is a history of Atletico Madrid in the family. There is already an affinity to the club. This can definitely happen. It always seems a little weird when we do business with our direct rivals. It's like Manchester United, Manchester City. It's like Inter Milan, AC Milan. It's just a little bit weird. It always is a little bit weird. I can never understand it. I can never get my head around it. Why do we do business with our direct rivals? It just doesn't make any sense, especially considering that Atletico Madrid, the way they have progressed in the past, I would say 10 years, I mean, they've been really, really, really good under Simeone. I wouldn't say they have progressed, but they have done really good. I mean, you're talking about they got into 2 Champions League final. They won Europa League. I think they won the Super Cup last year from us. What else did they win? They got a multitude of trophies, with Simeone, and to sell to Llorente to Atletico Madrid would just seem a little bit contentious. I would never want to see that happen, just because I feel like we're always just we're consolidating their team when we do that. And if they win La Liga by a point because Marcos Llorente saved them, we're just going to be in trouble. It's not going to happen. It's almost impossible. But I mean, you never want to do that, really. Let's see. So Zinedine Zidane back in April, I had this to say about Marcos Llorente. He said Marcos needs more first team minutes. Man, I'm getting my words mixed up. He was then incredible in the season where he played on loan at Alaves, and a similar situation would be the best case scenario for him again. So obviously he's just reiterating there that he's not in his plans, that he needs more first team minutes, and that's not going to happen at Real Madrid, considering that Casemiro seems to be the one that's favored by Zinedine Zidane. And obviously that's only normal. Casemiro is more mobile, he's better on the ball, he's a little bit more technically gifted, a little bit faster. We know Llorente is a little bit more static, not very technically gifted, but a hard worker nonetheless, and he has been good for us this season. But I just don't see what the hate is all about. I think Marcos Llorente is a very good player. Yeah, he's not the best player, but he's clearly a good backup. You have Casemiro injured. I think Llorente can do a fantastic job there. And if we sell Marcos Llorente to Atletico Madrid, then we do need to get a direct replacement for that. Because if not, we don't have enough competition in that position. You're talking about the striker position, which has, I think, 3 to 4 players as of right now competing for the same position. You have the right wing position, 3 to 4 players there. And the CDM, one position possibly, which is Casemiro only. Then we do need to get another player in there. You would have Casemiro and Valverde. Valverde really I haven't seen much from him. I don't understand what the hype is all about. I'm not getting on the bandwagon. But I'm going to let him develop. I've seen good stuff from him in a Uruguay shirt, but he hasn't been able to translate it in a Real Madrid shirt. He should show glimpses of it. There is potential, but how many kids can you say has potential? There's a lot of kids right now who have potential, but we'll just have to see if they develop. So Valverde, for me, best on loan, maybe develop even further, because at the moment for Real Madrid, he's definitely is not ready. And I don't understand what all the hype is about. Like I said, I don't really see it. But hopefully he can prove me wrong. I'm sure he will, and I hope he will. But if Marcos Llorente leaves, then we do need to get a direct replacement with him. I know we have been linked to Tanguy Ndombele from Olympique Lyon, so definitely a viable option there. I know Spurs seem to be favored to sign him, but wow, he would be a fantastic signing for us if we do get rid of Marcos Llorente, if we do let go of Marcos Llorente. He's direct, he's fast, he's quick, he's good on the ball. He's direct. He doesn't run horizontally, he runs vertically. So he's a very good player. I mean, we need to get a direct replacement, like I said. So we'll just have to see how this develops. He said 10 to 50 days we'll have a clear image of what happens, a more lucid image. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We'll just have to play the waiting game for now and see what happens. So that's all I have for you guys really today. And I think that's all the videos I'm going to put out for today. So thank you guys for watching as always, and have a good day. Thank you.